Hello. I'm live. Hi guys. Welcome to the Adobe Live Illustrator Challenge. My name is Storm. Thank you so much to Voodoo Val for her amazing stream just now. So I hope you guys are ready. We've got something a little bit special today because it is the month of love. And don't worry, I'm not going to get all cheesy on you, but what I'm going to take you through today is looking through shapes and symbols in Illustrator. Hi Wade. Hi Penny. Wow, there's a lot of you here already. Oh, hi. So I have got a little bit of a plan for you guys today. So let's have a look at our little stream plan here. So what we're going to do today is learn how to use the shape builder. With that knowledge, we're going to build some hearts. We love a cheesy intro. We love cheesy. Oh, good, because I'm lactose intolerant, but we won't talk about that today. But once we've built the hearts, we've got to color them, obviously. So we're going to use the eyedropper tool, learn how to use swatches, and learn how to use colors from an existing library. If you guys have not used the library system before, it's really, really cool. And then after that, we're going to build the scene. Does that all sound good? Is everyone on the same page? Hopefully. And then we have something very special at the end of the stream, so stick around afterwards because we're going to do something a little bit more with the Illustrator file. But everything that I'm going to be working on today, I was very organized for once, is available for you guys to download and work on yourselves. Hi Jack. We do love puns. Oh, I'm not sure I'm very good at those. I'll try my best though. We're all lactate up and get cheesy. Hey, all right, let's get started then. Hiya Tim, how you doing? Okay, so this is my scene. Doesn't look like much right now, but we've got a little background here. We've got some hearts and we've got a left arm and a right arm. Those of you guys that are in the know probably recognize this arm. Is Pixie's arm right here. It's she's got tattoos. Pixie Pew, by the way, is my little sister. She's going to be on just after me, so keep an eye out for that. Yes, thank you Wade. He's just dropped the starter files down there. So we're going to build some hearts. Now, I did not know this originally, but there are quite a few different ways you can build hearts, which is good because we're going to be looking at the shape builder tool as to ways that we can do that. So I'm going to show you two. Yeah, I'm going to show you two ways of building a heart. My fire will not start. It's too cold here. What do you mean? What do you mean? So first things first, I'm going to start with the square. Add a new layer, and then if you double click on, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lock these layers because the thing I don't need to do is start moving things around. So if you click into the center of the screen, it gives you the option to choose your width and your height, which is quite useful when you're working very specifically. So I'm just going to go 100 by 100. It's a little bit small. I'm going to change this the size of it up here. You can see at the top toolbar. While this is locked, then it locks the aspect ratio. So I think I can make that a little bit bigger. My eyesight's not that great. Okay, good. Oh no, black heart. I'm not sure if we want a black. Well, you know, we'll change it later. We'll change it later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yes, stick around the following stream. Yeah. I'm not procrastinating. Oh, I think someone's lying. Next, we are going to select the ellipse tool. Now, if you can't find any of these shapes that I'm talking about, if you hold down on these shapes over here, it gives you an extra drop down where you've got the rectangle, the rounded rectangle, and all other things that you can play with later. And we're just needing the rectangle and the ellipse one today. So we've made the rectangle, the square, even 300 by 300. So we'll do the same for this one. Go 300 by 300. Looks about right. I don't know if I'm feeling the black, you guys. We're going to change the color later. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it. Have you chosen the colors we're going with there, Wade? Now, I feel like I'm going to want two of these. So what I'm going to do There are two ways you can do this. You can either Control C to copy, Control Shift and paste in place to duplicate another one. I'm a Windows user, by the way. I don't know what the shortcut is for Mac users. I cannot help you there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so you can have a look. If you see when I hover these two shapes over each other, you know what might be better is if I just turn these two strokes instead, then you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So if I was to hover them over, you see this purple line that comes up? It's a smart guide. Makes it very useful when you're doing very accurate things. I think you can kind of see what's going on here already as I'm dragging them into place. But that helps you to snap into place, especially through like a cross section or like a center of something, so you can be all even like that. If you do not have smart guides on, go over to View and go down here for smart guides. Just turn that on. You can thank me later or now. I don't really mind. Oh, thank you, Oliver. I should know this. I had a MacBook. Rest in peace. It's no longer with us. Thank you. See, everyone knows this but me. Honestly. Why don't I know this? Okay. So from here, what I'm going to do is select all of these, and hovering over this corner here, I'm going to hold the shift, which allows me to turn at like 45 degrees. So I want it to be facing this way. Kind of looks like a heart, kind of, maybe not really. We'll get there, don't worry about it. So here's where the shape builder tool comes into play here. So you see this symbol over here with the two circles and this arrow? If I hover over it, you can kind of see what it's all about. It basically allows you to combine shapes to make one shape, or to remove elements of a shape. It's very useful. And we're going to use it to create one whole heart. So in order for this to work, you need to have all of the shapes selected. Now and later, yes. I mean, all the times. I love feedback. Just do it all the time. So with that selected, can you see when I hover over, it's giving me the option to add these to the shape. But if I hold down Alt, Mac users will have to fill in this other bit. It gives me the minus symbol, which means I can subtract that from the whole shape. We don't want to do that. We want to combine them. So I'm just going to click and drag, and as you can see, and like magic, I have a heart. Oh, voila! One heart down, one more to go. So that's where you can make a heart that's pretty even, equal. I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll put that one to one side. Oh, option, thank you. We'll put that one to one side. We're going to come back to this one later. I'm going to show you the other way of building a heart. It's a lovely shape already, right? It's cute. So here's the other way you can make a heart. I mean, you can do it however you want. You don't have to listen to me. But these are the ways that I found that make it quite easy to work with. So next one, we're going to use the rounded rectangle tool. We don't want this one to be square. You'll see why in a minute. So when it comes to the rounded rectangle tool, you'll notice this with most shapes that have like sharp edges. You have these little handles here, these circular handles. If you click on them and drag them, they go more rounded or less rounded depending on your preference. We want it pretty rounded, and if you want to be a little bit more accurate with it, you can up here put in the exact pixel perfect number that you want. I'm just going to drag it because I'm feeling a little chaotic today. From that, I'm going to oh, here's another way to duplicate. Over on the layers tab, I'm going to hold Alt click and drag up, and that's already duplicated the shape because I needed two of these. So there we go, we have two of these. Now from this point, I'm going to rotate it again, holding down the shift key. Same on this side. I think you guys can kind of see what I'm going for here. And aha, see, it's a method to the madness. And we have another heart here, but this I'm not too keen on this. I feel like we can go a little bit closer. So much fun rounding corners. there's something very cute about rounded corners. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me happy. It's cute. Like my sister. I think that looks like a fairly good shape of a heart. So here's where the other element of the shape builder tool comes in. So first of all, I need to have these two selected. If at any point you select one and you go on the shape builder and it's like, hang on, it's not combining, it's because you've only got one of these shapes selected. So just remember that you have to have all the shapes selected that you want to combine. So I want to combine these two here. 3? Was it? I think it was 3. But I do not want these ones. So holding down the Alt or Option, I remembered, you can now subtract the bits that you don't want. And now I got another heart. 2 ways to make love hearts. See, how quick was that without me rambling? Alright, now from this point, now it's time to color them. So we've got a couple of different ways we can add color into these love hearts. First way is over here. If you're not too familiar with these, you've got the fill and the stroke. The solid square is the fill. The background is the stroke, which is why it was black. If it's got a red line through it, it means that there is nothing in there. So no fill, no stroke. Right now we want a fill. So if you double click on that square, you can use the color picker here. Just scroll up and down and then choose whatever color takes your fancy. Just as simple as that. Same works with the stroke. If the stroke's a little bit thin, you can change the thickness of the, well, it's called the stroke weight. Should use the proper terminology. Let's set it up to a 10. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Oh, that color is awful. I never said color theory was my strong point, but that is one way you can do it. I'm just going to apply that there with the eyedropper tool. So both the hearts are the same color. But if you didn't want to do it this way, I've got some references up here. Do you guys remember these candy hearts? They're quite cool, aren't they? Very, very sugary. I don't know why I remember the taste of these. They taste like my childhood. Hey Devlin, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So from this point, I can, with the foreground selected, press the eye or hover over here for the eyedropper tool, and I can literally say, I fancy that red, or I fancy this blue, or maybe this red. Works the exact same, doesn't work, actually no, it doesn't work the same for the stroke. The stroke is a little bit different. If you want to apply the eyedropper tool to the stroke, you have to hold down Shift. Otherwise, it's just going to read it as a solid fill. Retro hearts every day, please. That, you know, they tasted like chalk, but they have a special place in my heart for sure. Do they still make those? I don't eat sweets that much anymore. I feel like they do. So that's 2 ways of doing it. Let's change this one here as well. This actually works for any anything you're referencing, because interestingly enough, if I was to just use the eyedropper tool on this existing shape, it copies the fill and the stroke. But if I only wanted to apply the stroke from the other shape to the fill of my current one, again, just need to hold down Shift with the foreground box selected. Or if I wanted to select the color for the stroke, make sure that's in the front, hold down Shift and select. My mind was blown away when I learned that one, because I used to just use the eyedropper tool and I'm like, why is it not saving the stroke and not saving the... So there you go. No pun intended. Wait, what did I say? Oh no. Oh, the stream delay. I can't remember what I said. What was the joke? Hi, Angela. Happy Monday. Oh, is it a happy Monday? Oh, I'm glad you are having a happy Monday. I put a poll up on my Twitter to find out, not Twitter, on Instagram to find out how people were feeling. People are not feeling Mondays, you know. I'm happy you are. No Garfield energy. You miss being a Valentine's baby by about... Whoa. I mean, you know, we can just pretend. No one needs to know. It's alright. It's alright. You'll be a Valentine's baby to us, Steve. Okay, so the third way to make to select colors, which is by far my favorite way. As I mentioned, color theory isn't my strongest point. I like color, but I just don't trust my eyes to pick the most pretty colors. Is that a thing? I guess. So over here you have a library tab. If you can't find this tab, go to Window, all the way down to Libraries. Adobe has a really cool function on their website, Adobe Color. You can go and search through themes. So I put down a Valentine's theme with my sister, and we had a look through, and we're like, we like this color scheme, or we like that color scheme, and then we saved it. So now that color scheme that someone had put up there exists for me. So at any point I want to select these colors with the foreground selected. Oh, and the shape selected. If I hit that, it changes the color. And I never need to go searching for those specific colors ever again. It just exists there for me now. Thank you. Yes, have a look. It's really cool. 2 cups of coffee and I'm starting to be happy. You know, I would not be able to sit still. You have way better tolerance to caffeine than I do. Oh my gosh, yeah, actually, good point, Tim. It is very nearly your birthday. Wait, are you before Valentine's or... Wait, did you say you missed it? Are you before Valentine's or after Valentine's? Hi, Annika! How are you? Yes, so check out the link that Wade's just dropped in the chat there for Adobe Color. It is one of my favorite tools, and especially if you're working in groups, like you'll see in... what, like less than 10 minutes, that my sister and I share a library. So if we need to work on a project and keep the same color scheme for branding or for whatever, then she doesn't need to be like, yo, what's the hex code of this thing? Now she has it. Oh, after? Oh, that's even better. Then you get all the Valentine's chocolate cheap, right? It's good. I've just discovered orange rind is amazing in porridge. You're welcome. Thank you. Ooh, I'm gonna try that. I don't like porridge, so anything to make it taste better is a win for me. Oh, are you doing the cliff notes there, Robert? So, yes, to recap. There are 2 ways that I created the hearts, is with a square and 2 circles, and then I combine them with the shape tool, or with 2 elongated rounded rectangles. I don't know why that felt like a tongue twister. It wasn't. And then using the shape builder, I combined the middle and removed the outsides. Cheap chocolate day. Yeah. So on the file that I've given you guys, you can try this out for yourself, see if you can remember how to do it, or you can find other ways to do it. Obviously you can create circles and move the what's the word I'm looking for, move the anchor and change the angle of the points. I think from here I'm probably going to select, I think my sister was in chat a minute ago, but she's probably getting ready to stream because I wanted to ask her what color heart she wanted. These hearts, these hands exist in the template that I've given you, but you can change the color of them to be whoever you want, using the same way I've just taught you with the eyedropper tool or with the libraries. Obviously the hand on the left is me, the hand on the right is my sister. So, you know, I've got you covered. Those of you that are single too, you don't need to have a Valentine. It's just love. Sharing love. You're right, Elisandra! Congrats on the new job. I didn't know you got a new job. So yes, might make a couple more. Oh, RB says there's another way of making a heart. RB is a fantastic resource with Illustrator. He is always on my streams. He is always like, Storm, you gotta try this. Storm, you gotta do this. Storm, what you doing? So I'm gonna stick with the blue heart, and then I'm gonna give the pink heart to my sister here. Did I leave a stroke? I think I did leave a stroke for her. Ooh. Yes, be sure to grab your starter items there. Hi, Andrew. All good. We've just gone through some ways of building hearts and combining shapes and stealing colors and referencing colors rather, and using the Adobe libraries, which is a really fantastic resource, one of my favorites. Oh my god, there's so many people in chat. It makes me so happy. You guys are in for a real treat after this though. What I've done is quite simple, but if you have After Effects as well, keep hold of your files when my sister gets on to do her own streams as well. I told my husband all I want for Valentine's is for him to close the lids on the boxes in the cupboard. Oh no. Why is that a thing? I'm seeing this on TikTok that some guys just leave all the cupboards open. Why is that? Why is that? You're making a turtle. Oh, I like turtles. I think that was a meme at some point. Well, I think I'm doing good, Storm, although I hit my knee on something. Alessandra, why? How have you hit your knee? This one was a fairly... you guys are going to be thankful for this. This was a fairly simple one, because tomorrow's one is way more complicated. So be thankful today is quite simple. I live on my own and I close everything. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. No, please don't stop closing things. You're doing fine. Okay, well, since people are saying there's other ways of making hearts, shall we take a look at some of the other ways you can make hearts? So this was another way I was talking about, not using the shape builder tool, but using the pen tool. This is a little extra content for you guys. You're welcome. You can, with the direct select tool, select the anchor, hold it down, and convert the anchors, and then pull them up like that, holding shift and hovering over the path. Selecting this anchor down here and convert selected anchor points to corner, and then you have another heart. So there's another way you can do it. There's 3 ways. It's okay, Storm, I'm not gonna stop. Good. I'm so excited to see this animated. Oh, just you guys wait. She is so good at animating. She is so good at animating. So there's another way you can do it that doesn't involve the shape builder, but the shape builder is fun. Use the shape builder, guys. And it also is a little bit softer, I find, but you can also change the way the stroke reacts as well. If you go on to selecting on it, click on stroke, you can change the way the corners behave. So you could add a round join if you don't want it to look like it's going to poke someone's eye out. I'm trying to figure out how to do a striped rainbow without the lines thinning in places. Well, I've got like a minute left. Let me show you quickly here. If you go with the gradient tool, quickly select the gradient tool and we drag it over here. Hello. No. So what you can do with the window and the gradient tool selected, you can select one of the points here, choose a color, add another stop, choose another color, add another stop, choose another color, and you just kind of keep going like that. And then from that point you can change how the blend works, and that's a really quick way of doing it as well. The new job is great. Oh, I'm so happy for you. You deserve it. So hopefully that gives you a quick idea of how that works. If you can't find this window, by the way, just select the go to window, scroll down for the gradient, and then you can start messing around with the colors. And the way you select the colors works exactly the same. You could use the eyedropper tool, you could double click here and select your own ones, or you could use the library. Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's it from me, guys. A nice, quick, easy one to ease you in to the next stream. But like I said, I am so excited for you guys for the next one, because now you've got my little sister Pixie Pew taking you through ways to animate it.